What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations, and I'm the host of Epic Conversations, 2018 Innovation Award winner, 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. I also co-host and co-produce the only online show for dads, fathers, and male caregivers that's sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. And as always, I'd like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. And you're watching The Morning Vibe on September 26, 2025. Yes, and I think this is the last Friday of September. And we are joined, Mr. Hoodie is in the house.
Listen, Mr. Hoodie, it's Gold J's goal time.
Oh,
They need all the help that they can get. And for those that might be looking for the game tonight, it's not on your regular broadcast. It is only on Apple Plus.
Apple.
So I don't know who signed that deal. Sure, it could be Apple Plus in addition to, but for it only to be on Apple Plus, I'm not sure I agree with that. But for,
You know, you better tell people who you are. I know you're so Blue Jay. You know what? Well, okay, introduce yourself. We'll get into the Blue
yes,
Jays in
yes.
just a
So
second.
this Blue Jay fan here is Ryan Knight, one of the co-founders of the Afro Caribbean Business Network. So we support entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage, really to figure out what stage the business is in, and then help them create a strategy to grow their companies exponentially. And shout out to those that came to our info session yesterday about the Raise Grant. Great turnout, and I'm hoping people get that money. And
Uh,
'cause I'm also an entrepreneur, I run the company called Detailing Nights. So we provide mobile waterless car cleaning. So we go to people's houses or their offices, clean their cars on the spot without using water, and our plant-based, eco-friendly cleaning supplies. And we actually got the Raise Grant a few years ago. So that's why trying to make sure people don't miss it.
okay. Well,
Mm.
I hope that people get it, but I hope if they get it, they know how to use it properly.
Well, I think they intensified the business training that people go through. But one thing that I said yesterday is grants is not the muscle that you want to strengthen. If you
Thank
want to
you.
get capital, you want to be like loan ready and also know how to get investment. So, yes, we do workshops on how to get the grant, but we also invited people to our loan readiness program because that actually helps you get the data room ready with all your financials and also the operations of your business. You need to be making sales and having momentum. So even grants and funders, they want to see traction. So we
Absolutely.
help people with that as well.
100%. Been conversing with a number of people a week about the whole state of Black entrepreneurship, Black business,
Right.
etc. And the consensus I'm getting out, it's slowed down.
Okay, gotcha.
Like the economy is slow, very,
Dale.
very, very slow, and it'll be interesting to see. And like I say, every week I hear another Black establishment, most of it in the restaurant industry, closing down. And I'm just going, "Ow!" The casualties is rough, and it is real.
Absolutely. I think it was Restaurant Canada saying that most restaurants are operating, I think 41% are operating at break even or a loss.
Yep.
So, yeah, across the board, it is tough times. So that's why you have to be on top of your marketing. You cannot let up, even though you might be getting foot traffic and be okay. You need to be have that buffer more than okay. Like they call it omnipresence. You can never market too much, but I feel like some business owners get complacent with their marketing, especially in the times where things are okay and good. Then they feel like, oh, then they forget about their marketing. Well, I guess because they get so busy cooking the food and doing everything else, you can't let the marketing slip.
Okay, and already in the house, Fitness IQ Cam says
Right.
morning, and also Dr. Tachi is in the house. Good day, good day. If you
Yes,
caught it,
yes.
Dr. Tachi and Cesar for the last two Tuesdays were breaking down the whole Charlie Kirk killing from a black lens. From a
Gotcha,
black lens,
gotcha.
and they were dropping some serious knowledge bombs. So if you didn't catch it, catch the replays on the Dr. Vibe Show YouTube channel because they were on fire as per usual. They were
Nice.
just they were just doing their thing. And ladies, I'm gonna say already, if you want to jump in and call in, I'll actually go real early on this. 'Cause I was gonna not gonna do it till a little bit later, but especially Dr. Tachi, I know she always has stuff to share. If you got a question or a take, call in. Go to callme.road.com and use the code FSPL8L. Make sure you put in your number. Also, make sure you turn on the echo cancellation so you don't get any echoing on your end, and chat with us. So, yes. So you're talking about your Blue Jays.
Yeah, tied with the Yankees, which is quite unfortunate because we
Choke.
had a not it's not a choke until
Hold
the
on a
season's
second.
over. It's
5 games up a week ago and now tied.
it's not a choke until the season's over and
Gag.
you have lost. So if they don't win the East, then they
Gotta
choke.
play on
But
Tuesday.
they still have to. They're still in the playoffs, so the wild card takes effect. So they have to win their wild card. So the the AL East would be better for those that are following along. So if you win your division, and I believe you have to have the best out of the top two records out of the three divisions to not have to play in the wild card. So we would want that because the record is good. So and we hold the tiebreaker with New York. So if it does end out that these three games, either the Blue Jays win all three or the Yankees win all three, or if the if it ends up in a tie, the Jays would win the AL East. But they did win yesterday, so held off
Critical
the
game.
sweep, which was
Critical game yesterday.
because New York won. They were playing the White Sox, which aren't even trying. So it's coming down to the last series. The Blue Jays are up against Tampa Bay, and New York is against Baltimore, if I correct. Yes, it was Baltimore.
Mm.
So
So
see if
really, what the
Baltimore can play spoiler on the New York side.
well should go in with the Blue Jays, just win them all.
Agreed. And but that's where they hold it in their hands to close out this season. But then you also want momentum going into the playoffs. Right now, they have negative momentum because, like you said, I think they lost 7 out of the last 8. No,
They're
7 out
not
of the last
hitting,
9,
man. They're not hitting.
and that's the. But this is where in the playoffs you need strong pitching and defense throughout the whole year. We've seen it. Hey, back in 2015, hitting masterfully. It was, Batista, Encarnacion, Josh Donaldson,
Man, you're hardcore.
Nowitzki. But then when you get to the playoffs, everybody tightens up. So
Pitching.
Kansas City, when they came up against Kansas City, the pitching, and we couldn't match the pitching. So then we lose. So the hitting can always be quelled by good pitching. So that's where we have to be on top with our pitching too. So and then you open up the weaknesses. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting playoffs. So the LA Dodgers won the
Oh,
NL
we,
West
we've
for
got.
the fourth
By
straight
the way,
year.
this is a new segment, Night Sports. Go on.
So yeah, the sports analysis.
Okay.
But yeah, so the LA Dodgers, and I apologize, I have not followed every division. I just saw that
Well,
one.
we weren't expecting the Night Sports, so this is you're probably giving more knowledge than most of us
Yes.
know. So go for it,
Actually,
Night
hold on. Let
Sports.
me see if I can grab it just
Oh
real
my gosh,
quick
he's going all in
because
now.
I'm
Dr.
very
Tachi,
interested.
Fitness IQ, bring up some topics to chat about. I don't know if you want to hear about sports for the next hour.
Yo, what's wrong with this thing? Okay.
Dodgers clinched. I think it was a 10th season
So
in a row. They won 90 or more games. Milwaukee is clinched. There's a big
yeah.
fight in the National League with a wild card between, I think, the Mets and Cincinnati. Detroit, and the bigger choke has been with Cleveland.
Ooh, Cleveland and Detroit are
Well, yeah,
tied.
at one time Detroit was a number of weeks. Detroit was like 15 games up.
Wow, that's
So
wild.
it's a pretty tough sled. So they were at, I don't know if they play again this weekend or not, but they had just a series. I think Detroit either took 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4.
And so
All
it
right,
looks like the
Fitness
San Diego
IQ, we see them
Dodgers
all.
are in
So
the wild
bring up
card
the
and
subjects
the
because you
Cubs.
are the hot of the. I know you want to executive produce the show, so take charge. This is when you come in and take charge.
Oh, what's that?
No, just talking to Fitness IQ Cam.
Oh,
She had a message going, she's thinking about topics to chat about. I always have things to chat about, but this is a freestyle Friday.
gotcha.
So
Oh, I'll also show. Hold on.
okay,
The
you're doing this to me. Now I gotta set this up. So
okay. Let me know if you
um
have it.
I have it, but it's gonna take me some time to set it up. So
No
this is when
problem.
I have to do production and hold on, we got a comment here. What's this? Did you know September is take out a man? What do you mean by that?
Take out.
Take out a man.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. That's interesting. Take out a man. Okay, well,
Interesting.
while I'm oh, you know what? No, I have to do it this way. And yeah, I gotta set this up. Yeah, screen share. Take out a man. What does that mean? Take out a
Let me
man.
look that up. Take out a man month? Is it a month or a day?
I have no idea what that means.
It's not a real thing. I'm not seeing AI does not believe it's a real thing.
You don't
it's,
take out a man?
it's saying it's pulling up the phrase take out a man month is not a standard business or project management term. It's likely a misused misunderstanding of the concept of man month, which is a unit of work used for project estimation. A
Yeah.
man month? Is
Okay,
that
hold
like
on. What is
vacation
she?
time?
Okay, let's okay. Oh, okay. She goes, "Wait, let me find the article." Okay. Um month she goes and then she goes, "Google it, not AI."
That man, Google is AI. What do you mean? There is no Google anymore. Everything is an AI overview. Look, it's taking up the whole top of my Google search is an AI overview now, which is wild. Have you been messing around with like Google Gemini and the Nano Banana?
A month ago, yes.
It is amazing. So on your phone now, they've incorporated the Nano Banana. So any picture that you have, you can ask Gemini to edit it. So we were gonna be doing concrete on our front porch. So I took a picture of the front and then just typed, "Hey, show me this in exposed aggregate." 5 seconds. So if you have, I don't know if it's on iPhone, but if you have Android phone, you can test out just editing your photos, and it is pretty powerful.
Goodbye, Photoshop.
Yay! By just normal language, you can make edits. That is, yeah, that's wild.
Goodbye,
I
Photoshop.
wonder what, yeah, what is Adobe's I haven't heard much about their AI play, like because they have a lot of different suites of stuff. So
You
the
know what?
Adobe
Okay,
Premiere.
hold on here. So let me okay, what we're gonna do, okay, we'll do this. Okay, they got a lot of things. Okay, let's do this. All right. Roger Dundas is in the house and says, "Good morning, family. I was actually hanging with Dr. Dundas last night and Ernest White II, who is the only black male in North America to host a travel show on a major network.
Okay, sweet, sweet. Oh, which
Um,
network is that? Food TV.
It's called Fly Brother. He's been doing it on PBS for a number of years. We got together last night at a establishment, had some good times, and then I did something really rare last night. He was staying in Mississauga, and we were in a restaurant in Scarborough, and I said, huh. So he had a crazy day. He's staying in Mississauga. He had a meeting downtown Toronto, and then took the transit from downtown to Scarborough for the restaurant.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And so we thought he was staying downtown because whenever he comes to Toronto, he always stays downtown.
Mm.
Nobody says, no, I'm staying this. I go, what? It says, if we would have known that, we would have come like out there. But so I ended up driving him home to the West Coast. So I had got my passport
Wow.
out, got it stamped. And okay. So Roger Dundas says the Avenue food was good. So I took him to the Avenue. He had never been.
Okay, yeah, it's a pretty nice restaurant. We went there with the UBAGC, the United Brothers Golf Association that came on the show before. They had
Yep.
their.
He had never been before because
I
Roger,
can't believe you've never been to the Avenue.
he's not City Pulse. He can't be everywhere, guy.
Hey, 300 plus black restaurants, so I would expect him to know. And
Okay.
Buy
All
Blacks
right.
Restaurant Week is coming up again.
All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, Fitness IQ has updated us on the National Take a Man Month. And Roger's got his restaurant review, and the food plane's in the house. Just when we
Nice.
start talking food, food plane comes in. So we'll be back in 30 seconds. What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here. These are two ladies. They're not all over the place. They're forward and they're straight shooters.
I got to stand in front.
No wonder people don't understand what the Democrats have been doing. That man lied 36,000 times, and we know this because you all counted it.
This is part of the story that a lot of news outlets are not talking about. Okay, we are back on the Morning Vibe on September 26, 2025. And yeah, you are watching the Morning Vibe with Dr. Vibe and Ryan Knight. Let's do some house chores. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe show on YouTube and hit the notification. But we're just a little bit far away from 1,920 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed and you're up to it, please subscribe. If you have subscribed already, tell all the people about it. Spread the word. Also, you can like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. But I'm actually thinking about pulling back from TikTok. But that's another conversation.
Gotcha.
Especially, well, that's a whole conversation itself. Join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Email me at dr.vibe at the vibeshow.com, or click the link that you see there. Also, to advertise your business product or service on any of the platforms I'm on, please feel free to email me. Again, dr.vibe at the vibeshow.com. And then finally, especially since she came in early this morning, Indie Soup TV, an independent content creator platform on YouTube, run by our dear friend Dr. Tachi out of Fort Lauderdale. And it's got about 28,000 subscribers in about 18 months. Again, as always, only 4% of all YouTube channels have over 10,000 subscribers. I've got a long way to go, so hang on to Dr. Tachi, but I'm even good there because a lot of content that we do here is on that platform. So go check it out. Program alert coming up on this Monday show. Emma Ansa will be back, and she's going to be talking about, we're going to be chatting about Black men's health, especially this is national, well, this is it's Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Yeah. So she's going to be hanging out with us on Monday, and Emma's been with us at least twice. She's actually twice this month, and there's some other times she couldn't make it, but she's going to be hanging out with us. All right, let's get to some comments here. All right, Fitness IQ Cam. Okay, here she, oh, okay, hold on. Having food was good. All right, she goes. September is National Take a Man on a Date Month. Many experts recommend budget range of $300 to $500.
Wow.
So the men can feel appreciated. All right, we're gonna come back to that. Let's get through these other comments because that's gonna be a conversation. She goes, Kuya, you drove him back to Saga. Yeah. Traffic wasn't bad. Going out there wasn't bad. Coming back, there was construction. Well, for the people who know Toronto, 401, just around eastbound, just around Leslie. They're widening out that Leslie area because I think they also want to try to reduce the congestion going at least eastbound on the Don Valley Parkway. Food Plane says, good morning, Dr. Vibe and Ryan. DS here. Hope all is good.
Nice.
He also says, hello, Dr. Tashe, as I like to call her. Roger says the Avenue and good value for the money. Food quantity enough. It was crazy because we ordered some pepper shrimp was good, and then when they brought out Roger, so you went, what?
Right.
What? What's this crazy? And he took pictures for his beautiful, beautiful wife, Camille, and she goes, oh, and then she goes, does it taste good? So it
Yes.
was all. So Roger, got to tell me offline how Camille enjoyed her meal. Okay, as Food Plane says, yes, I always make it for the food conversations.
Nice.
Okay, Fitness IQ Cam, I'm gonna come back to your comment because you've given us a conversation topic about dating. Food Plane says, I buy TikTok and save anyone from any troubles. Do they take food stamps? Nothing against those on food stamps, just a jokey joke. All right. And Food Plane goes, what does that mean? I have to take a man out? Oh gosh, you've caused controversy this morning. This is good. Dr. Taxi says let's get it up here. Food Plane, good morning. Ryan, you down? Just having fun? Ryan's up for always having fun. And Fitness IQ Cam goes, yes, yum pepper shrimp. Yeah, the pepper shrimp was it's one of the amazing things.
Nice.
If you're fans of the Avenue, well, in the summertime, they actually did 2-for-1 pepper shrimps every Wednesday. Oh, okay. 2 pepper shrimps servings for $20.
And the Avenue, where's that one?
Bellamy, just north of Ellesmere.
Okay, nice.
Around for over 10 years and enough busy. Like last night wasn't in dining wasn't busy, but the takeouts are going like bang, 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 bang. It's like great place to, and it's a nice because there's a dining area, then they have a big area where you can actually hold a small event also.
Okay, nice.
And Roger goes, it's lunch for the kids today as well. Review coming from them later. So this is good. He goes, Food Plane goes, I met Ryan down for the date since I have to take out a
Oh, you're flying me out to Manhattan too?
There you go. Dr. Chachi says, I need to try real pepper shrimp. I haven't found any Jamaican places that do it here, so my only reference is the one from the Cheesecake Factory, which sure is terrible. And Food Plane says, just joking. No, the pepper shrimp is amazing. And next time I go there, because I always order the same thing, I'm just going to order broccoli and chicken, more than enough. More than enough. So let's get back to the drama that Fitness IQ Cam said.
And where did you get that article?
September is National Take a Man on a Date Month. Many experts recommend a budget range from $300 to $500. Actually, you know what? You wanted to put something up also. You wanted to put something up. You wanted to show something. So we'll come back to that.
Like who wanted me to share behind this?
Just give me a second.
Random.
Okay, let's do this. Then let's go. So you wanted to talk about this?
Yes, for those that it's like the gala reports. Where did I?
Oh boy,
did I lose it? Oh, here. So
it's up on the screen.
Federation of Black Communities is doing their Impact Gala. So it's happening tomorrow. Let me see. Yes, so for those that are interested to know what's happening this weekend, and also the City of Brampton is doing their Taste of the Caribbean by Startup Peel, an event to showcase incredible GTA food entrepreneurs. So ACBN is sponsoring a couple tables. So some of our entrepreneurs in our network are going to be showcasing their food. So if you want to check it out at the Brampton Conservatory and Atrium on September 27th. Oh, wait. Okay. It's showing the wrong screen. One second.
No problem.
Let me fix
that. So this is not, we had, okay, now you just did that. We had night PSA.
This one. Is this showing now?
Yep, it's up. So we had night PSA. We had night sports. Now we have night PSAs.
So Saturday in Brampton, check out the Taste of the Caribbean.
Okay, fantastic. And also, since we are conversation. Again, just want to put it up again. If you got a question or take, go to callme.road.com or scan the QR code. And once you get to the page, you'll see that you need to put in your name, you need to put in the code properly, and then also make sure you have echo cancellation turned off. You'll see a green saying join the conversation. We'd love to have some comments this morning, especially from Fitness IQ Cam, because she's caused the morning drama, right? She's caused the morning drama, with this. So let's go back to her comment, because I know, this is all right. So September is National Take a Man on a Date Month. Many experts recommend a budget range from $300 to $500 so the men can feel appreciated. Way okay. Let's see if there's any other comments here about this. But so we're gonna get into the dating thing, eh? Okay, all right.
Oh, look, I found it.
Okay, so we got here. So my question is, did you, Gemma, normally spend $300 a date when you went out before you had children, of course? Well, hold on a second. You've kicked off the conversation. What about us being taken out on a date?
Right. Now
You're making it sound that we spent. What about, I think the better question is, has any man who's watching this live on the replay, have you ever been taken on a date? I think that's a better question.
Okay, yeah. I would say yes, definitely. There's been times, for your birthday, you get taken out. Just like a date night. That's usually what co-created. It's not just you being taken or them taking you. I'm talking about me and my wife. So I'm curious if any men have ever even been asked on a date by a woman.
There's even a better question.
Just to say, like, hey, I'm feeling your vibe. Would you like to go grab a coffee, or can I take you to dinner? Can I take you to lunch? I'd be curious if any men have gotten that proposal before.
Yeah. I have never been taken on a. Let me just think. Once, but it wasn't for $300 though.
Right.
Right. It was for $300. So let's just some more comments coming in here. Oh, Fitness IQ Cam says, "Oh dear, don't try it from the Cheesecake Factory." Talking about the pepper shrimp. Frequency event promotions goes, did someone say the word event? Oh my. And Dr. Tachi has it up here. $300 to $500 car note money for a date? Food plane laugh emoji. Food plane goes $300 and $500 for one person. That's high-end restaurant if it's per person.
Man, that's like Ruth Chris Steakhouse type money.
Well, you know what? Have you? There is actually one not too far from where I live. I pass by it when I'm going through Markham, but yeah, I've only been to that place once, and that was many, many years ago. And thankfully, I didn't have to pay.
Okay, right?
Yeah, free event promotions right on time, sir. Yep.
Yeah.
Fitness like you can says LMAO frequency event promotion, and Doctor says who'd be the expert waiting to be that one. I don't understand on that. Maybe clarify, Dr. Tachi. Food Plane says, I say congratulations to the Toronto Blue Jays, who will most likely they have made the playoffs, by the way. Toronto and my Yankees have been so Ryan and Food Plane are each other's odds, because Ryan's the big-time Blue Jay fan. Stand up, Ryan, show what you're wearing.
Hey, it's goal time.
Okay, there you go. So they're going to be beefing with each other. Fitness IQ Cam, there's many questions for this. Yeah, there is. Listen to this, though. Food Plane says, my wife takes me on dates. We have date nights. Okay.
Gotcha.
Food Plane, look at you're a high value man. I've been asked plenty of times. Hello.
Wow. Well, hey, full package. Guy can cook. Has his own job. Got his stuff well taken together.
Okay, so Fitness IQ Cam says lies. Lies to what? Again, when you put the one word thing, I don't know what you're talking about. Food Plane says, Fitness IQ says lies. Drew says, can you believe I still get hit on? Well, it's no different. When we were talking with Emma about the non-melanated women saying they don't have to work as hard to get black men as melanated women. There was a lady who called in. I can't remember her name. She's a regular, and she said, "Yeah, her and her husband still go out on dating. I think he still gets hit on when they're even out on dates."
Wow, gotcha.
Roger Dundas says, "Even women invite men out during dating. The expectation was that the men would pay."
Even if the woman was the one that asked?
Yeah, and
Really? Okay.
yeah. So Fitness IQ says $305. Yeah, that.
Unless it's a movie and a dinner, like if you're doing stuff throughout the whole day, if you go to the CNE, that would be a full day and you could end up spending a good amount of money.
They go
But just for dinner.
Nigerian pidgin English, what I said. But okay, so it seems that people want this whole dating thing. Like, let's see if anyone wants to answer this question. What is the most, I guess it's going to be the guys here. What's the most you've ever had spent on you or you have spent on a date? So hopefully that'll cover with anybody. What's the most you've ever spent on or had spent on you on a date? Look at this. So Food Plane says, "I like to pay as much as possible, but someone says they want to pay. I will not argue." Same here.
Right, yes.
I can go with that. If they want to pay for the ride, I ain't complaining. So Ryan, are you up to answering, or are you going to say, and you plead the fifth?
So I don't remember if it was the most expensive, but getting shocked with a bill. So if anybody's been to Copacabana Brazilian Steakhouse by Niagara Falls.
Oh, wow.
So that we went down, and so you're ordering, and it's all you can eat steak, and it was amazing. Loved the grilled pineapple.
Oh,
it doesn't show any prices.
Good on a Brazilian. The grill, was it on a stick and they cut it off?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you flip if you're hot or cold, so you just keep eating until you're full, and you flip it to cold. But they don't put their prices anywhere. So when the bill came, and it was like, so I'm paying, and you have to look cool, right? You can't show the sweat from. But then you start doing a lot of mental math. It's like, okay, how much is in the account right now? Because if this card declines, it's just gonna be ugly. But that shocked. I think it was like $45 per person at that steakhouse. It was intense, and you're getting drinks, right? So, but I don't think I've ever seen over 300. That is intense. And when I remember going to Ruth Chris Steakhouse because my brother had graduated college, and so that was where he wanted to go for dinner. So again, I didn't have to pay, but I took a peek at that bill, and there was 6 of us, so our family's 6. And yeah, man, Ruth's Chris can hit, and it. I don't know how people, that's like a regular spot for them for a Friday night. I was like, okay, there's levels to this, because that spot was serious.
Okay, we got some answers coming. Oh, wow, got a myriad of answers coming in on it. Again, this is what's beautiful, because the family can drive a conversation. See, our person in charge, Fitness IQ Cam, drops something, we just go, we follow. So Food Plane says, "I've paid up to $1,000 for what I remember."
Wow. What place was that? Was that for just 2 people?
Yeah, how many people were involved in that?
What do you tip? When you have to pay $1,000 for the bill, what do you tip from that? Like, is it an extra $100, $130 that you have to tip on top of that?
Fitness IQ Cam says, "I have paid $250 for a birthday outing." So I'm letting everyone wait nicely, because I'm saying there's outing and there's date.
Okay.
So
true, yes.
and I'm not going to go any deeper. I'll just leave it at that. So Food Plane says the high end's usually $300 to $500 per person, then tips and drinks. What?
Intense. Yes, that's Manhattan life right there. That's
Food Plane says, to me, anything over $200 is a lot.
especially for two people, that like spending $100 on food for one person, like what would that spread look like? That would be so much food. That seems intense.
So if you go to the Avenue, if you spent $200 in food, you would be able to eat you could eat for a month.
Like you're
You'd
opening
have,
your own
you'd,
restaurant. Yeah.
you'd have a take home for a month with
Right?
$200 worth of food, right?
Oh
So
my God.
Fitness IQ says once you buy drinks, it's a done deal. Well, I think you're done. You're going to be done. Dr. Tachi says 6 people at a Ruth Chris Steakhouse. Sheesh.
Right.
And Fitness IQ Cam says, wow, $1,000 at the food
That is
plane.
wild.
And he goes, look at this. It was 2 of us. That includes the tip.
Okay, man. Just
What?
round it up, eh? Just
Baller, man. We got a baller in the house. Dr. Ty says, food plane? What? Emojis? Oh, but he goes, we did the whole 5-course meal with dessert and drink and tips. Dr. Tachi says, I'll take Shake Shack for $15, Alex. I love it. I love it. That's line of the day so far.
That's
Line
so
of the
good.
day. And goes, $1,000 at a high end is not a lot of food. It isn't. It
That's
isn't.
brutal.
It
You're
isn't.
right.
Really, I know what you mean. It isn't.
Hmm.
It isn't. Got another
You're
comment here.
literally going for styling and profiling.
And goes, I agree, Dr. Tachi. Though I didn't pay for it, probably the most extraordinary eating experience. One of the most extraordinary eating experiences I've ever had. A number of years ago, I went to a relative marriage in Montreal. Now, he was marrying into a very wealthy family.
Gotcha.
Like, and I just went, okay, let's see what's going to happen here. So they had the reception in the hall. It's a little bit more commonplace now, but this is at least 5-6 years ago. You go into the hall. It's a big, huge hall, lower level, upper level. You go in the main foyer. I don't know how to describe it, but you know how Cirque du Soleil has people hanging from the ceiling and they're twirling around?
Yeah.
That was in the foyer.
Oh,
Now, this is 5 or 6 years ago. Like,
yeah.
it wasn't a common thing. Now it's a little bit more common. I went, what?
Yeah.
What is going on
next
here?
level.
All right. So we go in. Yeah. And they say, oh, well, go downstairs. Everyone go downstairs, have some appetizers.
Okay.
The place is huge. There are 25 different food stations.
What? That's wild.
Now, here is the blowaway. There was a mountain of lobsters.
Oh my goodness.
A lobster mountain that was at least 10 feet high.
Oh my goodness. What?
I like, you know what you see in a cruise ship? This was crazy. I felt, am I on a cruise ship?
Yeah, but what was the event?
Wedding.
Oh, wedding.
This
Man.
gentleman, this guy who's on my side, he was marrying into a very wealthy family. And it was a mountain of lobster. I just went, and I'd have to search my pictures, but I got a picture of it.
Because nobody's eating that. That's just that's an actual art piece.
Yes, you didn't want to touch it. It was so pretty.
Like, what are you gonna do with that?
It was so pretty. A lobster mountain.
Oh,
that was crazy. All right, let's get back to more. Foodplane says, we went for the experience. Yeah, well, that's quite the experience for $1,000. Food frequency of event promotions goes $1,000. That's a lot of expensive carrots.
Yes.
Dr. Tachi goes, can you tell we are Caribbean and African people in here by a visceral response for prices? Foodplane goes, the most expensive restaurant in the world is in Spain called Sublimotion. And wow, that's an experience. I heard between $1,500 to $3,000 a person. It's an experience like no other.
Sublimation.
Fitness IQ Can goes, LOL, I've seen $300 bill on a date before. I think the drinks were like $25. I was like, golly, I wanted to be mindful, but geez, so were you being taken out on the date, or like, you got to give me more context and circumstances here. I'm letting you guys off a little bit too easy.
Oh my goodness, you have to see this website for
Okay, I
sublimation.
see what you're doing. Just give me a second here. Uh, ba, 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 ba. Fitness IQ Can goes lobster. You said no, so you like your lobster. Okay, I'll get to your thing in just a moment.
Mm.
And she goes, oh yeah, lobster towers are about $200, but shares between 5 and more. Okay. McMillan Group, good morning. Good day, folks. There are a few restaurants in Oakville waterfront where dinner for two is a standard $300 plus, particularly if the cuisine is French inspired.
Gotcha.
She goes, the food plane. You're shocking me with the per person instead of per date.
Right?
You
have to tell your date to wait outside. It was like, listen, I'll tell you what it's like.
Okay, okay, so you're wanting to show this, so let's do this.
So the food plane mentioned sublimation in Spain, so I found their website. So this is the opening. So I've never been here before. So you have to enter. What
oh wow.
is this?
Oh.
What is happening? Okay. I can't scroll down.
Well, it's enough. Look at that.
What? Is it like for one person? Like one? Is this the whole restaurant? Is this one section?
Maybe.
This is crazy.
This is a table that reaches up to the stars.
Wow.
What is this?
Feed your soul through all your senses.
What?
Lose yourself in a realm where reality blends with fantasy into a journey across the metaverse.
What are we doing?
10 years of Sublimotion Ibiza. The future of dining is here.
Wow.
What the heck?
Okay. All right.
Oh wait, this is the chef.
Nos sentamos a comer unas 75.000 veces en nuestra vida y nunca nos aburrimos. Eso es mágico. Para mí la dieta mediterránea no es solamente el...
Very cool. Paco
Right.
Roncero.
Thank
Just send him
you.
an email, see if he wants to come on the show.
All right. We
Amazing.
are back. Some more comments. Man, we start talking about food and everyone joins the party. All right, let's catch up with some comments here. Yes, it was a date at that time. Oh, what happened to him? He couldn't afford you. The food point says, I would pay for the sublimation.
That is like a bucket list type
Experience. All right.
And what the heck?
And she goes, well, Fitness, I go, watch website, Gism. Yep. Office of the Tim Fraser in the house. Price for a date all depends on what type of food and service. Here's a general example. Quick service, $8 to $18 per person. Casual dining, $18 to $35 per guest. Semi-casual upscale, $30, $45 per person. Tim continues on. Thank you, Tim, for dropping this down. Fine dining, 4-star, $60 to $100 per person. Guest, per guest. Fine dining, 5-star, $120 to $300 per guest. Hotel restaurants, $25 to $150 per guest. So Tim is adding Canadian or US dollars. What currency are you talking about? But thank you again, and good to have you here.
And
Dr. Kachi, go ahead. Wow.
Black restaurants. Is there a 5-star one?
What?
Is there a 5-star black restaurant in our community?
Tim
Can
would
Roger
know better
know-
probably than about Tim or
Tim,
Roger.
do you know of it?
You know what? Maybe. Now what is Miss Lickamore's regarded as?
True. Yeah.
But I don't know if they're 5-star or Michelin. I know they're not Michelin. I don't know if they're 5 stars. So Dr. Tachi goes wow with that video. Food Plane says it's it for family and groups. It's the best, most expensive restaurant in the world. So family and groups.
That is intense.
Fitness IQ Ken goes, the plates are probably pinched.
But then I wonder, do you pick the theme or do you just arrive and they pick the theme? Because it
I have
seems
no
like
idea.
it's a full event when you're going there. So is it like you curate your own event, or is it what it is and you just show up and you don't know what you're gonna get? Because there's so many themes that can be done in a place like that. It has like the whole video wall and everything.
Fitness IQ Cam goes, still have to eat once you once you leave. Frequency of Air Promotion says hello to Roger Dundas. Also
Yeah.
says hello to Fitness IQ Cam. Dr. Tachi says, and the restaurant being in Ibiza is something great in itself. Yep. He also
Okay.
says hello to Dr. Tache. Um, okay. Fitness IQ Cam says, what's considered semi-casual? So Tim, maybe you want to, Tim, if you want, again, we'd love you to call either Tim, we'd love you to call in and break that down. What's good. So Tim, if you're available, again, go to callme.road.com or scan the QR code. It'll take you to callme.road.com. And on that page, make sure you have echo cancellation turned on. Put in the following code FSP L8L and your name, and you can join the conversation. I'd love to get. Thank you for bringing those stats. That is a good thing. Bring in those stats. So Roger says Miss Lickamore's. Now, is it regarded as a 5-star?
Gotcha. And that so that would
Okay,
be the
just to
closest one.
confirm. So goes. Food Plane says in America you cannot be 5 stars unless you are a hotel. The best is 4 stars. Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
And then McMillan Group says, what about Michelin, Tim? Tim Frey, I think the people are calling you on to drop some knowledge. Food Plane goes, they do it for sublimotion. Okay. You come in and they surprise you. We're already surprised by just looking at the
That's
video.
crazy. So you don't even know what it's gonna be.
Ryan says, Ryan, people like that don't have time for you to tell them your order. They are going to tell you what you will eat, I'm sure. Fitness IQ Cam says, oh, I can't go to those restaurants that you don't know the ingredients or blindfold. All right.
Gotcha.
Frequency of Red Promotions goes, looking forward to attend and support Miss Lickamore's restaurant. Hearing some really good things. Yes, Miss Lickamore's has done really well for herself. I believe, and correct me, Rogers, the owner's name Lonnie. And actually, she actually got some feature on the last aired season of Top Chef when they were filming in Canada. They actually had some of the chefs cook in her restaurant.
Oh, nice. Gotcha.
So yeah. If anyone wants to call in, we'd love to hear some restaurant experience or food experience. Like I said, it was a freestyle. I didn't have a chance to put up the freestyle. You have a chance to put the Freestyle Friday banner up, and bang, you guys are just calling in like crazy, which is beautiful. All right, we got another comment. Let me just do some stuff here. Give this, yeah, the restaurant, yeah. But that experience at the wedding I went to, that was out of bounds. I still never forget that. A lobster tree.
That is cool.
That was okay. Just give me a second. Oh, Ryan, you want me to put up some stuff, but I want to just get to some comments. The blindfold there. Fitness IQ Cam goes LAMO. Dr. Tachity. Food Plane says sublimotion will screen you for allergies and ask questions to better serve you.
Gotcha.
All right. Fitness IQ Cam says lobster tower. Maybe one day I'll be able to find the picture. I know I have it somewhere. I think I may have taken it on my iPad, but I have to see if I can find it. And I'd love to show you that picture. So, okay, so you're giving a place free pub now, right?
Hey, they've been on the show before.
Yes, they have. Yes. Put it back up.
Oh, where'd it go?
You lost it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, Miss Lickamore's.
So you can check out high end. So this one was it King and Rosenfels?
Yeah, it's
433 King Street West. Very cool. Oh, here's the full gallery. It doesn't
I've
show.
only had the pleasure of meeting Lonnie once, but seemed to be, again, Roger would know her better than I because again was involved with Restaurant Week, etc., etc. But I've only heard good things about her.
Nice.
All right, so let's go back here. All right, what other comments we got flashing down here? Saw something from the Macmillan Group. There we go. Saying there's a restaurant in Guyana where you make the reservation, they ask your allergies and meat preferences, and the courses are, quote, a surprise, unquote, booked out until next year, I think.
That's intense. What? Oh,
Office
man.
of Tim Frey says, I'm referring to Canada, but Roger would know more about black restaurants. I'm speaking more about the 90,000 plus hospitality establishments as a whole. Okay.
Gotcha.
Fitness IQ goes, oh, food plane, but I only eat certain food. I'm not that adventurous with my food.
That's the point. You're supposed to expand your palate for the experience.
Food plane goes, as a professional chef, most of my career was in 4-star restaurants, expensive foods. Yet when I cook anywhere else, I enjoy making simple yet delicious foods. I still like to use high-end ingredients. Nice. Office of Tim Frey dropping the knowledge. Oh, hold on. Dr. Tachi's in the house. Hold on.
Nice.
Dr. Tachi?
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Tachi. How are you?
I'm fine.
How you doing?
I'm good. You said to call in.
Yeah.
So I'm calling in.
What would you like to add to the conversation?
So this is why I always tell people to look around for opportunities and experiences that are, free and that you can apply for. So I've always done that, which is why I've ended up getting so many fellowships. There is a news check TV News Check is the name of the publication. And they often do these wonderful conferences. They may be 2 days, they're usually 2 days, and they're for like general managers of TV stations and things like that. But, nobody ever thought about, faculty wise, oh, well, I should apply too, because I was always the only faculty person there. So I was like, is it okay for me to come there? Like, yeah, and tell your faculty friends.
Oh,
so
right.
I remember you just would have to get there, but they paid for a hotel for you, and and the conference was free for you. So when the last time I went, it was in Tampa. And I told like a couple of my faculty friends, and they came. And it was like meet and greet with like champagne and stuff. But the dinner, they had surf and turf. They had a whole bunch of stuff, and we didn't have to pay for any of it.
Wow.
So I was like, shit, and it was amazing. Now, I'm not really a beef eater, but I'm like, my God. And it was like really superb for like a hotel. You know what I mean? Usually when you go to these conference events, they feed you that dry stuffed chicken,
Right.
3 sprigs of asparagus, and potato, gala food.
Right. Exactly.
The nonsense gala food. But this was like exquisite and superb. I mean, I guess television and the industry, they really popped for it. And so this is why I always tell people, look for these opportunities. Because it wasn't just about the food. The information was great too. But the cherry on top was that they fed us really well as well. So that was one of my best experiences.
Well, it's not
getting
it's
surprised.
interesting. So Dr. Tachi, Ryan, and myself, and anyone else that's in the chat, have you ever had good food at a conference? Just building on what you said, Dr. Tachi.
We already have my answer. But at normal, and I've gone to a fair amount of conferences, not even a lot of conferences. And, I'm always generally disappointed and sorry. I love my Delta Sigma Theta, but whenever we go to the conferences, the food is just as they say, mid. It's so mediocre because it's that same thing. And I get when you're cooking for large amounts of people, you you can't have like a whole bunch of different choices. But I'm like, come on now. So you end up getting better food in the city at restaurants when you go out to these things. So often don't look to be well fed or satisfied, I should say. Uh, there. Oh, there is another time, if I may share. So I used to my full time university when I was teaching. I taught at Nova Southeastern University, which is down here in Fort Lauderdale, which is why I moved here. And they at one point had manna to spread around. So whenever we did anything, obviously, if you do anything on campus, they have the right of first refusal. So I guess they were like, well, we have to shine so people, won't go anywhere else because this is a place that is very heavily influenced by South American culture, Caribbean culture, etc. So he was like, you didn't make this paella right. So they had to learn, I guess, how to do things properly. But whenever we had anything, somebody comes to campus, reception. And so, of course, I'd be like, hey, we're having a reception at Nova today. You want to come? Because we would have like chocolate fountains with myriads of fruit around. They would have coconut shrimp. And in fact, till today, I always call when somebody is like being extravagant with their money. I'm like, oh, you have coconut shrimp money. Does it?
Gotcha.
Coconut shrimp days. So that's a reference to doing all that. Subsequently, because I'm like, I see the writing on the wall. These coconut shrimp days are not going to last, and consequently, some of that came to an end. But when I first got there, the parties were extravagant in terms of the food that was there. Just amazing. So yeah, shout out to Nova Southeastern and the coconut shrimp days.
Yeah, and but it's a surprise when you get good food at these conferences. That's where you'd want that to be the norm because conferences are expensive. But I guess like you're saying, Dr. Tachi, about they have to cook so much food for so many people, it gets standardized. But yeah, when you get surprised with a good spread, that makes the event and it makes or breaks the event because a lot of people talk about the food. I know when we do our events, if the food isn't on point, that becomes the topic. So yeah, you have to be.
Listen, Jesus could have been the main speaker, but if the food was not right,
that's what it is, right?
About.
Exactly. Oh man. But my apologies, I do have to get ready for our 10 o'clock check.
You're okay. Just hold on a second. Hold on. Just got to make sure I'm set up to have you jump. All right. Well, Ryan, you take care. We'll see you on Monday. Have an outstanding weekend. Hope your Blue Jays can clinch.
Thank you. Let's
Cheers,
go.
Ryan.
All right. See ya. All right. So I'm here with Tashay on the line, and also too more comments here. And also I can take another caller. We can have two people on the line calling in if you would like to. So let me to see, I got another co-host. I lost a co-host. I got a co-host. So Dr. Tachi is here. More comments are coming up. So in fact, more comments are flying in. Started about food and just the whole world's going crazy. Let's see. I got to catch up here. All right. So getting back to Office of Tim Frey, quick service, Tim Hortons, A&W, Mucho Burrito, Casual Dine-In, Boston Pizza, Swiss Chalet, Kelsey, Semi-Casual, Earl's Kitchen and Bar, Milestones Bar and Grill, and the Works Gourmet Burger. Tim's on it, man.
Wow.
Food Plane says, I hear you, Fitness. Office of Tim Frey continues. This is all Canadian stuff, but Office of Tim Frey, Upscale Casual, Cactus Club, Joey Restaurants. I've been to Joey's is not bad. I went to a Joey's a few months ago in the Don Mills, the shops at Don Mills. Really nice. Service was top notch. The environment was great because it was in the summertime and you could go upstairs and eat outdoors. Upstairs was nice. The Keg Steakhouse, Bar Fire Dining, 4-star, 4-diamond, Canoe. I've not been to Canoe in a long time. Very high end. Blue Water Cafe, Vancouver. Took. I hope I get that right, in Montreal. He says fine dining, 5-star Aloe, Restaurant Le Toc, Montreal Realis and Chateau Distinction, Hawkworth's Restaurant, Vancouver. So family, Tim knows a little bit about restaurants, by the way. Fitness IQ says, no, sir, Ryan. If the texture is a certain way, I shut down. Being acknowledged, Dr. Tachi, by the food plane, saying Dr. Tachi's in the house. What else we got going on? I got to catch up when you do. Okay. Food plane says, jerk chicken works for me. Well, we got to get you up here one day. You can compare all the jerk chicken. Fitness IQ Cam goes, have I had good conference food? She goes, wondering. Office of Tim Frey, answering Ray McMillan's question from a while back. Yes, Ray, Michelin star restaurants are usually more expensive than other restaurants. Prices often start around $100 to $250 per person for a tasting menu and can go higher depending on the number. It also says, of course, wine pairings and the restaurant prestige. Michelin status generally means higher pricing due to elevated ingredients, service, and experience. Food plane goes, the fondue with a laugh emoji. Food plane goes, I used to have coconut shrimp money. Now I just have coconut money. Just kidding. Food Fitness IQ Cam says, coconut shrimps, I need to retire. Tim, well, you should be calling in, Tim, but hey, appreciate your contributions. Canada has about 24 Michelin star restaurants, Toronto and Vancouver combined, and currently none are Black owned. There's a clear gap in Michelin recognition for Black owned establishments. Frequency of event promotion says yes. Can't recall the conference, but Chef Selwyn threw it down at a Black focus event, and boy, that gentleman can cook. Well, he's been at it a long time. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, Chef Selwyn. Let's see. Fitness IQ go. That works behind semi-casual is wild to me. Food Plane says, Dr. Tachi, we will see you tonight. Where? Okay.
On Mediascope.
Oh, how do I forget? It's on Fridays.
Yeah.
And
yes,
the McMillan Group goes, Canoe. That is always a great experience. One of my favorite TO restaurants. I have not been to that restaurant in years.
Can I tell you something?
Go ahead. You're telling us. You're telling all of us something, by the way.
Yes. Let me tell you something. You know, as a person who grew up, yes, in New York State, but across the border from Canada, like 5 minutes, we got obviously Canadian television. I got the best of both worlds because we got New York City television and then we got Canadian television. So I would always see the commercials for different Canadian restaurants, right? Whether they're casual or upscale or, casual dining. Why did I want to try Swiss Chalet so badly? Because that chicken looked so, my sister and I were like, we have to find a way to get to this Swiss Chalet, as they call it. Because the chicken and French fries looked exquisite. And that's a very simple meal, but the way they made marketing works,
yes.
The way they made it look was amazing. And then here's the thing, not that the pizza looked really good to us, New York State, but the song 967 11 11
yep.
Call pizza, hey. So
you still remember that?
I'm a TV addict. I remember everything. With Chalet, okay. I remember all the jingles for everything. That's why nobody can beat me. If there's a game with television jingles, you lost. Don't even try because I will win.
I love it. That is hilarious. No, as you're sharing that, how they market it and they just show the chicken on the rotisserie, like,
listen,
food porn.
Listen,
long before TikTok.
Yes, commercials were that first TikTok, right? Commercials were that first that social media, that way that we connected over things. That's how we got to know things, if you think about it, through commercials. And you're a child, and you're like, oh, I need that. Like, I need those French fries and that chicken. It doesn't matter that you can probably make the same thing at home. I need that because it looks so tasty.
100%. 100%. Fitness IQ Cam says, I've never been to Canoe. I'm surprised because, you are one of those people that goes to lots of places, being the celebrity that you are. There you go. There you go. She also says Swiss chalet was a family tradition. Well, you know what? I compare the Swiss chalet much younger. Our big family thing, and some people may be able to relate to this, was Kentucky Fried Chicken was a treat growing up. That was a big thing for our family. That was like big. But,
oh yeah.
Yeah, but now the only place I will try Kentucky Fried Chicken is when I'm in Jamaica.
Because apparently Kentucky Fried Chicken is the best in Jamaica.
Yes. They don't. I think something with the chickens is it non. I don't. The feed they use there is different. It's just different. But yeah, and if you want to get rich in Jamaica, buy a KFC franchise. You're printing money. Food Plane says I have a game on my channel where you have to guess the jingle. It's a food quiz. No spam intended. Oh gosh.
Oh, I'm gonna go do that.
Yes. Fitness IQ Cam says good old commercials. Yep. Frequency of Event Promotions says great show. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you. Frequency of Event Promotions. Have a good one. Yeah, Kentucky Fried Chicken in Jamaica. You're doing, unless you go first right when it opens, you're looking at least 20-minute wait.
Now, see, I think that's all, that's the quality, like you said, of the feed, the quality of the chicken. It's only here in America that they like to use, pump them up with artificial things.
That's it.
And,
exactly.
It's terrible.
Exactly.
So when you go, it's even because, when I would go to Nigeria, I'm like, why are the chickens so small? Because that's the size the chicken is supposed to be,
100%.
Not this turkey-looking thing. And it also reminds me of in New Orleans, although I don't know about the quality of the chicken, but the original Popeyes is in New Orleans. I had that compared to like other Popeyes. There's a huge difference when you eat it in New Orleans.
Gotcha.
And New Orleans food culture is just
never been. Need
beyond.
To get down there.
If you're looking for the intersection of African, French, native, that is the place. In fact, when you look at things like, gumbo is a popular dish, but gumbo is actually an African word. I think that's what they call okra.
Okay.
So, there's a lot of African influence, a lot of Haitian influence in New Orleans because of the history. So that's it's one of my favorite places in the U.S. If we're talking about culture. That's one of the only places that really has like if you would call it an indigenous American culture, which again is not just indigenous. It is an amalgamation of lots of different cultures. So if you get a chance, go to New Orleans. It's very interesting.
Check it out. All right, we've got some more. Fitness IQ Cam says, yes, KFC, and yes, the best is in Jamaica and Thailand to me, because she has been to both places. Food Plane says, what about Popeyes? That crunch, how would they react? You know what? I don't know if I've only tried Popeyes once, but I don't know. So Fitness IQ Cam, I don't know if Popeyes is in Jamaica. I'm pretty sure they would be. But they don't hold a stick to KFC. Like the lineups, just out of bounds. Like that's the only place I'll eat KFC right now. Okay, Food Plane goes, yes, European food is better too because all the things they don't allow in the food that America does. Facts.
Indeed. Mm-hmm.
Fitness IQ goes, so every place I would try the KFC to prove that they aren't all the same. There we go. Food Plane says,
oh, that's awesome.
I recently made chicken suya and jollof rice. Okay.
Wow. Delightful.
That is
suya is one of my favorites. And jollof.
And then he says African food is an experience. Oh, and then
Really is.
Fitness IQ Co goes, ooh, nice. You'd have some fun up here in Toronto, Food Plane. You would have some good fun up here. Absolutely. Like you're just grinding the cooking stuff, brother. You're just grinding it.
He is the chef extraordinaire.
100%.
If you've never watched his segments on his channel,
I have.
definitely, yeah, he knows his stuff.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. He's doing the do. Food Plane also says, I think people have a preconceived idea that African food is spicy. And although it can be, much of the time, it's much more than that.
See, that's spicy. What is spicy? What I was saying before, when you say what I was saying, I said, what can be that one? Meaning, what's that? What kind of nonsense is that? What can be that one? I think people just, like you said, decide that African food, which is varied because there are 54 countries in Africa, that various African foods are spicy. I just contend that these people have weakling taste buds because the food is, there can be some spicy food, yes, but sometimes the people, oh, it's really spicy. I'm like, the hell? Excuse me. What are you talking about? This is not spicy at all. But again, I grew up with that, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But for some people, it may be a lot. Again, we have to look at people's food ways. The way that they were grown up, there are a lot of people that, especially if you're European, unless you happen to be from Spain, right? The typical food culture is not adding lots of spices. So I'm not saying that it's bland. To them, it's not bland. But to somebody who is used to lots of different spices, and not necessarily heat, but just flavorful spices, it would seem bland. So food is just different. But if you have German food ways, I can imagine how African food would be spicy for you.
Okay. Let's see. Food Plane says, yes, spicy. Yeah, hot pepper spicy, or the use of spices. He goes, I love the spice and the heat. And Dr. Tachi has a question from Ray McMillan, says, Dr. Tachi, what do you think of the gula geesh in the Carolinas and their cultural and food experience? That too is an intersection of indigenous American and African food.
Absolutely, very much so. If you've never watched, there's a film called Daughters of the Dust from
I've heard
the
that.
90s.
Yes.
Oh gosh, why can't I remember the filmmaker? She's one of my favorites. But it is a scripted story, but it accurately tells the story of the Gullah Geechee, through the Pazant family. And definitely in fact, they lived in a place called Igbo Landing. And I'm Igbo. So that it was very interesting to see that whole thing, to keep the way they kept culture, dyeing with indigo. That's very Nigerian, right? Very African in general. Some of the food. So I think Gullah Geechee culture is fantastic. And I actually, years later, got to meet one of the actors from the film. She was a child at the time, but she is of the Gullah Geechee culture. And she ended up, actually, she was in School Days, with Spike Lee School Days. She was in A Different World. So she's ended up being an actress in different things. But I got to meet her because her family owns a bed and breakfast in New York City.
Okay.
And her mother is Gullah Geechee. Now, at first, when she was speaking, I thought she was Jamaican. But then it came out, so the dialect is so close to the Jamaican Creole or Patois that I almost couldn't tell the difference. So I think the culture is fascinating and wonderful.
Okay. So the Food Plane goes, good point, McMillan. You can call him Ray, but I know respectfully, McMillan, you don't know his first name. If I'm correct, you were looking for the name Julie Dash.
Yes, Julie Dash. Amazing filmmaker.
Yes. Yes. Julie Dash, great content creator, filmmaker. Lots of the food experience is wonderful. And as I say to people, one of the best ways you can get to know people, food.
Yes, food and movement.
Yes.
Dance.
Yes,
Yeah,
food
yeah.
and movement. Big time. What else is going on, everyone out there? What's going on in Dr. Tachi's world? Anything you want to chat about?
Oh, um,
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Well, I hadn't thought about that. I
No, it's
came on to
okay. That's
contribute to the
okay.
food
That's okay. Okay, you
conversation.
know what? I know you're always in the land of media. I got another comment coming on here. For whatever reason, African restaurants struggle most, I would say because of the lack of education on African food. What are your
I
thoughts on that,
agree.
Dr. Tachi?
I agree. There's a people the narrative, the dominant narrative for a long time, especially if you don't live someplace on the coast or where you have large African populations, the dominant narrative is that African people are starving. So what food do they have to share? You understand what I'm saying? So that
Good point.
and it's daft to think that but I cannot think for people. But again, if you grew up in some place like New York City, in Maryland, even like on the West Coast in LA, there's lots of, for example, Nigerians that live in Long Beach and LA. So if you live someplace where you have Dallas, Houston, where you have large African populations, you're going to know, okay, this is wonderful. And let's take Ethiopia, Eritrea, for example. One of my favorite types of African food is Eritrean / Ethiopian food.
Yes,
But
it's so
remember,
good.
because
It's so good.
it's excellent. It's excellent. And then I lived in DC for so long, so of course I had a lot of it. But what happened that made people think that Ethiopia was always starving? The famine that happened like in the 80s. And so people know little to nothing about Ethiopian food culture. And it's amazing. Some of the best African food, right? I just love African food in general.
Right.
So I think that is the dominant narrative. And that's why people tend not to think about it unless you, in the US anyway, unless you live someplace that has large African populations and African restaurants. So oh, the food is amazing. Some of the best on earth. So I would say this too. Africans, we need to do better jobs in marketing.
Oh, that's what Roger Dundas says is the downfall for the majority of restaurants. They don't do the marketing. Yeah.
You think if you cook it, they will come. They will not, my dear. You have to let them know that you cooked it first. So, there's that. And then, okay, we tend to do, this because Caribbean restaurants sometimes do that too. Okay, I'll take the goat meat pepper soup and, whatever. We don't have that today. What do you mean you don't have that today? It's on the menu. So there's that as well. So it's a multitude of different things. This is not all African restaurants. I'm not generalizing, but sometimes that can be an issue. And sometimes we have to look inside and say, what am I doing to add to the perceived notion that there is no African food or, people not wanting to try it?
So just to carry on with food, it says people think that they eat bugs and that the food is hot pepper spicy. He also says Ethiopian food does well in America. Fitness IQ says, yes, there are many Ethiopian restaurants in East York, a part of Toronto. Food Plane goes, I love me some Dora Watt.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Let's see. And Food Plane says Injera. And Fitness IQ Cam was laughing at some of your takes, you with your wonderful wit. And then Ray McMillan says, well, it is so diverse. East African food is quite different from West African food. And the food from the South is also quite different. Most other cuisines can be somewhat monolithic.
Absolutely. I mean, you just have to look at the climates throughout the continent to understand why this is the thing. So Ethiopia is not is arid. It is not like a lot of West Africa, southern West Africa, that is tropical rainforest. So there are different things that grow there. So we don't eat chickpeas and things in Western Africa. Well, some people do now, but that's imported. That's not indigenous. I think that's kind of the cool thing about expanding transportation and cultural fusion, that you now get more things that are added in. And here's an interesting thing. Indomie. Do you know what Indomie is?
No.
So Indomie is like, okay, they're like instant noodles, sort of like ramen, right?
Okay.
And they come from Indonesia.
Okay.
That is one of the most eaten foods now in Nigeria. Because what they did, it's made in Indonesia. What they did is, at first, when they were exporting it to Nigeria, and West Africa, they had Indonesian flavors, which can be similar. But what they did marketing-wise is they rethought it and said, what can we do to make these more West African? They did that. Let me tell you, it took off. So people eat so much Indomie there. I mean, it's probably not the best thing to eat. We're talking noodles, but it's interesting how a food that is not indigenous has become indigenous because the company changed the flavor profile.
Okay, good stuff. Macmillan Group says Ethiopian is my fave from the continent. Food Plane says, I love Dr. Tachi. She rocks.
I love you more.
Fitness IQ Cam goes, if the person at the front of a Caribbean restaurant doesn't have an attitude, the food isn't good.
You're right about that one. Yes.
And Food Plane has a laugh emoji. Fitness IQ Cam says, interesting Indonesian cuisine is okay-ish to me. Food Plane says, Marcus Samuelson is the most popular African chef in America. Yeah, I haven't seen him on TV a lot lately, but I haven't watched a lot of TV lately. But whenever I see African cuisine going down, he usually is on the Food Network. Dr. Tachi, let me see. Fitness IQ Cam has a question for you. Wait, Dr. Tachi, answer the question on what she has spent on a date or outing.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
I'm not a good representation.
There you go.
I'm not a good representation of that at all. Yeah, I don't think I'm the best representation of that, because the thing is, I also like to cook. I'm not Food Plane level.
Neither. I don't think most of us are.
No, but I think I actually cook very well. And so and then I also know what's in the food when I'm doing that. So I'm very much about cooking. So people will come, and I know some restaurants where people are, well, what's the best restaurant? I don't know. I eat in my house. So.
No, for me now, like if I'm not eating at home, the go-to is like this place, The Avenue. Good portions. And you know what? When they serve the food, it's hot. And it stays hot for a while. Which is wonderful.
Interesting.
It's a wonderful, wonderful restaurant and been around for so long. Love it there. And the service is good. The food is good. Nice size. It's nice to find a local restaurant that you can either take out or dine in. Like I've been there at least in the last 2 months, at least 4 or 5 times. Like,
wow, it must be excellent.
Yeah, well, they have. The other day I had the mixed vegetables and tofu, really good, really good. Real. Wow. You know what? Next time I go there, I'm gonna see if they want to get a sponsorship deal. They're gonna see if they go, or at least come on the restaurant and cheer some of their successor. They go after a sponsorship deal because I really, like I said, and the nice thing is to go there by car, you don't have to take major highway. It's city driving. Don't have to take a highway. So good. Fitness IQ Cam goes, neither am I, but I do go to Moxie's time to time with my friend though. Okay, and Food Plane says, I think in general people have a lot of misconceptions about Africa and the culture. Yes. People think they are walking around butter naked with a bone in their nose. Yes. Yes, very true.
And very true. And I don't give people a pass. Like, don't ask me stupid questions about, and I'm going to say there are stupid questions about Africa because you have the benefit of ChatGPT, Google, all of these ways. And, especially if you live in a major city, you should be around or put yourself in situations where you're around different types of people. So if you come asking me stupid questions about Africa, I'm just going to look and blink like I used to do to my students when they would ask stupid questions. I would just blink and they would get the point. In this day and age, there's no reason for you not to have information. And before you ask, like, try and look it up. Now, of course, if somebody's genuinely asking, oh, I didn't know that that particular brand was there. Oh, yes, X, Y, Z. There's that type of thing. But there's also people who are just lazy and don't want to look things up. I'm not doing your work for you. Look it up.
There you go. Fitness IQ Cam says, you should, Dr. Vibe. You've been there enough, or you've been there often. Yeah, it's in my mind, definitely. I'm going to ask what's the worst they're going to say. No, and so, and go deeper while they're saying no. She says, the shrimp was yummy when I went. Yeah, that pepper shrimp, on point. Food Plane says,
you keep talking about this pepper shrimp. I need to try it.
It's so good. Well, actually, Dr. Tachi came in. Well, I did tell you, I went there with Ernest White II.
I need to catch up with this Ernest White II.
Yes, you two got to meet.
I want to get him on the show.
Yes. Well, he's in Trump in there. I'm gonna chat with him today, and I'll say you got to get Ernest White on the show. So for those people, here's a plug. He hosts a show I said earlier on called. Oh wow, I forgot the name of the show.
It's a travel show.
Fly Brother.
Fly Brother.
If you go look up Fly Brother on the net and it's on PBS, Ernest has been to at least 51 countries. So he knows cuisine all around the world. Like I was asking, so where you been this year, Ernest? Oh, Colombia, Lake Tahoe, this, that, like all over the place. Okay, Fitness IQ Cam says, unless hillbillies. I don't know what you mean by that one. Food Plane, yes.
Probably Africa. Talking about the people who don't know about Africa.
Oh, there you go. She goes, unless they're hillbillies. Okay, thank you. Africa has a beautiful landscape. Yes, actually, my dream trip would be to start at the top of Africa and go all the way down. That would be my dream trip. That would be my dream trip, from the top of Africa all the way down.
Now there is a young lady, and I was following her trip on Instagram. She lives in the UK, and she drove to Nigeria. From the UK.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was interesting to watch. And so obviously through there, you could drive through Europe fairly easily, right? So you get to Spain, and then there is a ferry for your car that takes you across to Morocco. And that's when the African trip begins. So, it was very interesting to watch going through all those different countries.
Fitness IQ Cam has become a member of the Dr. Tachi fan club. Says, thank you, Dr. Tachi. You understand how I speak.
I get it.
Yeah. Well, trying to host, trying to contribute all at the same time. It's just like crazy.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Oh man, this has been wonderful. The comments just been going like crazy today. Food Plane. I mentioned before Keno Eves, who went from France to Africa on a bike, and it took him 3 years, but he shows Africa like never seen before. And Fitness IQ Cam says, I think you would spend 3 months to travel all of Africa. Oh yeah, that would be at least a 3-month expedition, 100%. 100%. If I didn't have any worries in the world, just go for 3 months, and I would love to document that. I would love to document that. That would be a dream. That would be such a dream. Dr. Tachi, we're going to wind it down soon, but Any thoughts on the future of TikTok in America?
Yeah.
Are you going to be talking about it tonight?
I'm going to talk a little bit about it tonight. Yes, there are lots of stories
Oh, yes.
that we're going to talk about tonight. For the past few weeks, I've had guests on, so we
Yeah.
haven't been talking about the stories per se. So tonight, we're going to delve into some of these things. And TikTok, it will be very interesting. I'm really interested with the whole fact that they think they're going to get the algorithm. They're like, oh yeah, we've got the algorithm too. Okay, so you think. So I'm very interested to see how that ends up happening. I'm actually, I think this is a strategic move because at first I was a little bit disappointed. Like, don't let them bully you. You know, regardless of what they say about national security, etc., this was a money move.
Of course.
I don't believe
Look at all the people.
Look
Look at all the people who are involved. They're all. But you know what's interesting? I'm not going to make assumptions, but I'm pretty sure you know the name Kara Swisher.
Yes.
Okay. Really, I'm really enjoying what she's saying, and also her and Scott Galloway. They do they do a show twice a week called The Pivot.
Yes.
And it's so, I really enjoy it. But Kara, who's a longtime tech person, said she has not been, she says that she doesn't do anything on X because she finds X repulsive. And she says she gets more value out of Instagram and Threads than TikTok.
Yeah, what people have to remember is that different social platforms are for different purposes, whether they intended to be or not, they evolved into that. So TikTok is, yeah, you can really easily go viral on TikTok. You can get a lot of attention on your content, but is that what you want? If what you want is just to be a social media personality, then maybe that's enough for you. But the key to all of that is great. Now, how do I drive these people to something I actually own and convert that audience, right? If you're looking to sell, if you have other things, that's ultimately what somebody is on social media for, unless they're just trying to be a social media personality. But at some point, when you're making this content, it takes a lot of work to make content, and it's all well and good that people enjoy it, but I think you should be compensated in some way, shape, or form for it. The platform itself is probably not going to compensate you in the way that you want. Very few people get compensated well by platforms. So then it's up to you to wrangle in that audience, drive them to something that will actually get you paid. So you're giving them value, but now it's like, hey, I've given you value. Do me a solid and check this out, right? So drive them to something you actually own, either another platform, like you've built a community on a Mighty Networks, etc., and you can keep in touch with them that way, or the almighty email list. That works as well.
100%. 100%. Food Plane says, and everyone should realize this, not every platform works for everyone. You have to find the right fit, and says to Dr. Tachi, well said. I'm not a TikTok person. I post on there, but that's when I have people doing it for me. I don't pay attention. I pay more attention. YouTube is the jam.
Yeah.
And especially now with all the different features they just released, there's if you're on YouTube, definitely take a look at the some of the stuff they've released recently. One of the things they've done recently is, A/B testing, not only for thumbnails but titles.
Yes, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
Again, if you're a solo venture and you don't have other people to make that stuff for you, listen, I'll talk about me. I don't have time to make two different thumbnails to see which one works best. What I make is what it's going to be. Now, would it be more effective if I was able to do that? Probably so. But so I think you just have to be
Good.
okay with that.
Well, you know what? Actually, and again, with the increase footprint of AI, making thumbnails is quicker now.
It is quicker, but are they still the best quality?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? But that's
they're still working on it. AI is still working on itself, I should say.
But I am so this is so Fitness IQ Cam says TikTok is too much for me. She goes, and also says, puts her hand up, Dr. Tachi, that is me too, Dr. Tachi. Yeah,
right?
Just go where you feel is you're best served. Like I'll tell you, because now YouTube offers the A/B testing, I do, and because I use some AI generated images, it's much quicker. And using Chat GPT, I'll use once in a while to titles. So I use now. But the thing is, like you said, Dr. if you're a solopreneur, where are you getting all the time to do all this?
Yeah. And so I don't want people to think, oh my gosh, I don't do the A/B testing. If you can, guess what? That can be very helpful intel for you to determine what audiences like when it comes to thumbnails, when it comes to titles, etc. With titles, it's a little bit easier, right? Because you can have generative AI help you with some titles. And in fact, if you use something like a vidIQ or a TubeBuddy, it may also give you some suggestions. I don't always find them to be the best, but it will give you some suggestions. So with a title, it's easy enough to do that. But with the actual thumbnail, it may be a little bit harder. So don't feel like, oh gosh, all is lost because
don't pressure
I can't.
yourself.
Exactly. And maybe you can, don't stress yourself. And maybe you can do the A/B testing on your own, right? So one time when you do it, you do a thumbnail this way. The next time, try a different thumbnail and see if you get a different response. That's a little bit of a more longitudinal type of A/B testing, but you'll start to get an idea of what audiences gravitate toward rather than in the same video doing two thumbnails that you may not have the time to do.
So Fitness IQ Cam says some thumbnails are lovely on ChatGPT, but I normally copy some of it. I don't really use ChatGPT for thumbnails. I use other stuff now, like again with Nano Banana by Google, and there's about 2 or 3 other AI generated thumbnails that I use now, and I just compare it. So it's really, really quick. Nano Banana is just, I'm still going, wow, like good. No need for Photoshop. Bye. Fitness IQ goes, I always tell you that, Dr. Vibe, share your interns. Okay. Actually, I think, definitely that's coming up. I'm actually already getting requests from institutions for January. I said, wow, you're making me feel like the year is almost over. In some ways, it is coming to an end.
It is. I'm down.
Yes. Foodblane says thumbnail, like a book cover. Well, Canva ideally. Yeah, but I just... and I've wrestled back and forth. I've never had a paid subscription for Canva. Never wanted to go.
It's so worth it, Dr. Vibe. It's so worth it.
Yeah, I hear you.
It depends on what you're doing. Now, you don't have to, because there are plenty of perks with the free Canva that you can do. But if you like, I use Canva every day because I also have clients, right? So
there you go.
In addition to myself, I'm also a client, and then of course for the network there are different things there. So I use it enough that it made sense for me to do the and it's not very expensive. Like if you just do the yearly plan, and then you don't have to worry about it again for a year.
For myself right now, because of I'm using so much AI generated stuff, and a lot of times the AI generated stuff is good for me. I'll maybe go to Canva to add headings and things like that. For me right now, there isn't a huge need for it now. Fitness IQ Camp says, as long as Q4 isn't like Q3 2026, please come through. Canva offers 30 days free. Actually, I did get a pro free for 30 days, and it was okay. it wasn't enough of my workflow to just like I saw when I use it every once in a while, but it did not, I did not use it enough in my workflow to say, oh, I'm going to pay for this.
Right. And the thing is too, you just have to determine what tools work for you. You don't have to have everything. And in fact, please don't have a junkyard full of uh, junk apps that you don't use simply because, oh, I
Yes.
might use this down the road.
Yes.
You're not using it
Yes.
now.
Very good.
Worry
Very
about that
good.
down the road.
What is it? Tanya Smith calls it. She does an app inventory.
Purge.
App
Inventory,
inventory and an app purge. So that's a good point
Yeah.
you brought up. Like, I think everyone that's watching this should listen. If you're a creator, every few months do an app inventory and maybe some app purging. What are you paying? Just like Dr. Tachi a long time ago was saying, cut the cord. Right? Cut the cord. Fitness IQ Camp, $16.99 a month isn't bad. Hey, everyone, it's all right. It didn't tickle your fancy. No, it didn't. I know the value of it, but I don't use it enough to justify the pay, not the pay Canva. And there are people out there I could probably say, hey, can I be part of your team? And then let me use it periodically. They're paying for it. Like, I do have some.
And
go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was going to say it's the same thing with AI apps, right? And so every AI is the buzzword these days. It has been for, at least almost 2 years now. So particularly now that it has the ability to generate images and some video, everybody's talking about it, and everybody is coming up with their own version of an AI, generative AI app. So don't fall into the trap of paying for all of them and see, because, what I like to do is basically, all right, it's about the prompting, but I'm also trying to see who's going to generate the best images or whatever. So I had a Midjourney account. That was one of the first, right, when it came to generating images and generating some sensible images, right? I no longer use Midjourney because Gemini, Google has Gemini, right? Google has Veil. I also have a paid ChatGPT account, which somebody gifted it to me. So I'm like, oh, good. How much to pay for it? But it's invaluable. So see what you can use for no cost first. And then as you need something that is more involved, then you can look at it, but just don't put everything in the cart and then hit pay.
Yeah, that I'm on the line of maybe getting a paid ChatGPT account.
That is also worth it, because I didn't have it at first until a client of mine was like, "Hey, would you like do you use ChatGPT?" I said, "Oh yeah, every day. Would you like a paid account?" No, I'm not gonna say no.
No, you don't. You want to know? Say no, I don't. But I know this guy named Dr. Vibe that would love be all over that.
Too late. They've already paid for it.
All right, Fitness IQ Cam goes. Yes, some subscriptions inventory needs to be done. Yep. And then Fitness IQ goes, LOL, you can for $5. What for $5? You got to get.
Gosh, what were we talking about?
I have no idea. The only thing I would probably I would consider paying for is a Chat GPT. I'm thinking about that, but everything else, like if you do enough searching, you can find things that are at no cost. And there's one gentleman that's on YouTube that does great weekly stuff, providing updated stuff on AI. What I've got to do is I've got to put in a Google Doc all the things he's recommended and maybe share some of this stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Add into. Oh, so you are offering me to be part of your Canva team? Ooh.
Oh,
my executive producer is offering this? The lady who wants to be in charge? Oh, we have to chat offline about that.
See, there you go. That's another thing. Where can you
collaboration?
collaborate, because a lot of these apps will also have team features.
Yes.
And it just may be like, all right, well, let's all be on a team and kind of take advantage of these things together.
Well,
Obviously, it has to be with people you trust.
I feel honored. I have to bow. I have to bow. If I have to chat about that offline, that'd be amazing, because that would be great. If it goes through, I give you the money up front. It's a done deal. Dr. Vibe, you don't get the full experience without paid ChatGPT. And he says, I said $5. Hello. Are you okay, for which is this? I'm confused now. So you got to give me clarity. Is this for Canva or is this for ChatGPT? I don't know if ChatGPT offers a team function, so I think it's for Canva, but I would like you to confirm that. But yeah, that'd be great.
Make it work.
That'd be great. But I'm gonna have to. Maybe I'll periodically drop a new AI feature periodically during a show. Give some suggestions. So just drop.
That's a good idea.
Okay. All right, everyone. You saw it digitally. The lady who likes to be in charge, Fitness IQ Cam, she's offering me to be join her Canva account for $5 a month. All right. That is a good investment.
Excellent.
That is a good investment. That is more than worth it. So that would be great. That would be great. Because especially when converting 16:9 to vertical for posts, that would come in very handy, or vice versa. That would be great. That would be great. But yeah, this is good. Okay, hold on. He goes, check out Ryan's Friday show with AI things. I periodically do. I have $5 USD. No problem. I know that's not a big issue. But you know what? I'm going to work on that over the next week or so. And every week, I'm going to make periodically make suggested AI tools. I've got to create a Google Doc with a whole pile of stuff. See, like Ryan mentioned today at the end of the show today. Oh, have you checked out Nano Banana? A month ago.
Yeah.
And then someone shared with me, there's a university in California that is offering for free. They have a what's it called? A hub, or you can go to their site and it offers you for free a whole pile of LLMs that you can use for free, and it saves money. So I'm in a state of wanting to review that. Yes, I got it. But the funny and it actually you'll put in, and it actually will compare different LLMs, what they say, based on your prompt, side by side.
Interesting.
AI tools that you've used, that is. Okay. Yeah, that I've used right now. I don't use that many, but because I haven't taken the time to really listen down. There's some that I use more than others, like the AI ones for image creation is probably using it, and then ChatGPT I use also. There's a site called Poe, which it combines a whole bunch of LLMs, and you can use the ChatGPTs, the Geminis, and all for free, I think, and it puts them all in one space, which is nice. You don't have to go searching around, which is a great saving of time.
Yes.
Poe is
I haven't
good.
signed into that in a minute, but yeah.
Poe is they're offering ChatGPT 5 right now too. Yeah, let me just. Yeah, they do have. Yeah, let me just see. Okay, what they're offering right now: General Purpose Assistant, App Creator, ChatGPT 5 Chat Official, ChatGPT 5 Official, Gemini 2.5 Flash Image. So most of these are free. Like there is some, but look at this: ChatGPT Codex, GPT image 1. OpenAI ML powers image generation. Let me just see. Yeah, you can create stuff for free. It's a hub that you can go to. So that's for people who are watching this live, go to poe.com and it's free. Whole bunch of different LLMs on it. Claude Opus, Claude Sonnet Reasoning, Gronk, if you want to use that, DeepSeek. Yeah, I think I'm going to create a Google Doc today and start using that stuff. All right. Fitness Insight, you have not tried Nano Banana yet? Why? Nano Banana is the bomb.
It's really good.
It's really, and it's like I said, it's like Photoshop for free. You know, I wonder if I could. Okay, let's just see something here. I'm just thinking of something here. Yeah, I would suggest you give it a try. There we go. Okay, no thanks. Try Gemini. Google does not play.
No, not at all. And Nano Banana is fantastic. I also use Imagine for images, and by and large, because I'm tired of, when AI creates images, sometimes it ends up looking like an oil painting. That's not what I want. I want something photorealistic, right? And Imagine has really done.
I think we lost Dr. Thatcher. Are you there? I think we lost her. Okay. Vanessa cool backside, and she goes, "The Wallamala, go get me some nanos." I'm just trying to see on the real quick if I can make a. I want to see if I can do a really, really quick. If I can do it online, what am I thinking of? If I can do it, a demo of Nano Banana in real time. We're coming near the top of the hour, but let's see if we can make this happen. So, yeah, this is when we're doing things in real time, real on the right quick. Nano Banana. Okay, this. All right, add speaker. Okay, I'm gonna do this on the right quick, on the quick for you, Fitnats, because you like to be in charge. Let's see, add to screen. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm not going to create one from scratch, but I'm going to just show you. Okay, screen share. Let me just do this. Okay, so I'm going to show you this right quick. And if you want, we can chat a little bit more later because you are in charge. Okay, gonna get me some nano. Okay, you should. I made 2 images. Oh, you know probably why you got I got a notification to maybe extend and I didn't see it, but it didn't come up this time because usually it allows the caller to be on for a certain amount of time. Dr. Thatcher, I didn't see that notice. You know why? Because I didn't. Okay, I had to put it there. Sorry about that. You can call back in if you wish. So Fitness IQ to go. That was your cue to get off. No worries. All right, so I'm just gonna do this really quick. Fitness IQ Cam, and if you want, because you like to be in charge, we can talk more offline. All right, you can see beside me. So this is an image that I pulled up for Jimmy Kimmel and what's been going on in regards to his old controversy being pulled off and put back on. So I wanted to, because he was silenced, I said, I wanted to create an image with him put a black tape over the mouth of the person in the image. It did it. I'm going to put in another quick prompt, and then we're going to leave. Put black tape over the eyes of the person in the image. So it's thinking. There's a lot of them, but I can't depict some public figure. Oh, so it won't allow me to do it because of a public image. Interesting. All right. Okay. Why don't I do this? Take, and maybe because he's a public image, but you see I was able to do it before I put tape over it. Take the tape off the person's mouth. Let's see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know if it'll do it or not. There you go. Took it off his mouth. There you go. You don't see it because I didn't share. Sorry about that. Okay, my fault. All right. So let me go back. So there was the original image. And then I asked Nano Banana, put black tape over the mouth of the person in the image. After a few seconds, same image with tape over it. Now I said, put tape over the eyes. For some reason, it wouldn't let me put it over the eyes. Understood. But then I said, okay, take the tape off the person's mouth. Does it? Let me try this. Remove the microphone. From the person. And this will be the last one we're going to do because we're nearing the end. Got to get moving soon. Microphone's gone. All right. So there you go. Do you see it now? All right, I'm going to go get ready to call it the show. But if you have any more questions, Fit and IQ Cam, you know I have to serve you. All right, so let's do some final things here. As always, subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Love to get to 1920 by Monday. That'd be great. Also, like the Dr. Vibe Show on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. Also, join the Discord group. Email me, dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com, or hit the link. Most of the comment sections, you'll see all this information. So if you don't get it down here, it's in the comment section. Advertise your business, product, or service on any of the platforms I'm on. Email me, dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. Coming up on this Monday show, Emma Ansa will be chatting about Black men's health. If you want to get a hold of Mr. Ryan Knight, RyanOneilKnight.com, and that's Knight with a K-N, not an N. Also, Instagram, Ryan.Knight99, LinkedIn, Ryan Oneil Knight, and also email address workwithme@RyanOneilKnight.com. I make it easy. If you want to get a hold of me, one link, taplink.cc/the Dr. Vibe Show, and all the things, email address, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that's there. And as always, you can, let me do this. You can watch episodes of the Dr. Vibe Show and also the The Morning Vibe at the Dr. Vibe Show, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Ryan Oneil Knight on YouTube and Afro Caribbean Business Network on YouTube. We are done. So, as always, I hope you saw that demo, Fitness IQ Cam. But if you didn't, life goes on. Live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions, aim bigger, aim better, aim higher and wider. Love, faith, and respect. Don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Remember to give yourself grace. And if you're not making money, make history. Try to do both. And always make it better. God bless. Peace to all. Keep the faith while good. And as always, thank you for giving your time, the most important thing that you have. All right. God bless. Peace be well. Keep the faith and walk good. And we'll catch you soon.
This whole thing of using your business with plant-based products, don't you think your life should reflect that too?
Juke him, Carolyn. Juke him. The family loves us here because they're saying Fitness IQ Can says put a wig on to get in.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Like the ideas are just coming fast and furious here this morning. What? Okay, look at this. Global Women Ambassador. Good morning. Look forward. Okay.